I know this is your 5th year. Are you thinking of going pro next year after this season ends?
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, so once again, you have your answer. Paige Bueckers is entering the 2025 WNBA Draft. She was asked yesterday, post game, after Tennessee's upset win against UConn. She was asked, hey, are you going pro next year? And she said, yes, that is the plan. And so, hey, she's going pro. You know, I've heard a lot of people talk about, oh, is she not going pro and whatnot? She's already indicated in the past that she was going to go pro. And then all the speculation came. She does have another year of eligibility, but once again, she has reiterated that she is going to be going pro. So there is your answer. And then I saw a lot of people that were like, whoa, um, Paige Bueckers, uh, did not have a good game yesterday against Tennessee, and she didn't. She really didn't. Yes, of course, Paige Bueckers. When you see her play, yes, she is a fantastic point guard for UConn, and I thought as a point guard, she did her job yesterday, right? Passing the ball, she had a fantastic pass to Sarah Strong. It was like she was on a pull up for a jump shot and then dumped it down to Sarah Strong. That's an elite point guard pass from Paige Bueckers, and she ultimately finished the game with 8 assists. And she struggled from the field, 5 of 16 from the field, and it ended up with 14 points. Late in the game, when it was some crucial minutes, she just didn't take over, and that's what all UConn fans and that's what Gina Morgan, they were all expecting her to take over. She ultimately didn't. And I see a lot of people like, oh, she's not gonna be a number 1 pick and all this other stuff. Guys, look at the draft objectively. Look at the draft and truly let me know. Do you really think that Paige Bueckers is not gonna be the number 1 pick? Like, guys, okay, we look at the lottery selections. Okay, it's probably gonna be Paige in there. It's probably gonna be Kiki Iriafen in there. Dominique Malonga is gonna be in there, right? Like, in that sort of lottery, maybe Sonia Citron, maybe AZ Fudd. So of those players, of everybody in the draft, let me know who is going to be more impactful for their team. It's Paige. Especially if you need a guard, it's Paige. Because number 1, Paige is tall, right? She's 6 foot, taller than Olivia, right? Taller than Tahina. Like she has a good size, taller than AZ Fudd, right? She has a good size on her. And she's a really good point guard. So yes, is Paige Bueckers showing that she is her this year? Is she fully taking over games and just dominating the competition? No, she's not. I'm not saying she is. However, if you look at every single player in the draft and you watch several of their games, I don't know how, if you need a point guard, I don't know how you would pick someone else over Paige Bueckers. She just is the decision, right? It's just that, in my opinion, when it comes to taking over games and whatnot, it feels like Paige has taken a step back. I feel like she was better when she was a younger player in college. Now, could that be that just the system of UConn just does not work for her? Maybe. But even within that system, Paige Bueckers is still a really good player. Even if she just passes the ball. Because she's a passer that can also shoot. Right? So I'm just saying, guys, I'm just saying, like, I do think that some people are a little bit too reactionary and too recency biasy or whatever that word is. You have a lot of recency bias. Like, yes, not a good game for her in terms of scoring. But facilitating wise, really good game. And when we look at Paige Bueckers, again, I just do think that maybe it's an issue with what she's doing at UConn. So, guys, think about this. As a freshman, Paige Bueckers was that girl. She was that girl, right? Not only was she doing a great job passing the basketball, but she was hitting those big shots. That's what Paige Bueckers was doing as a freshman. She won the National Player of the Year award for a reason. 20 points on average, 5.7 assists, shooting 52% from the field. Then she got hurt the following year, didn't play the full season. Then she missed an entire year. She came back in 2023 for the 2023-2024 season last year. And last year, I thought she was good. I thought Paige Bueckers was getting back to her normal Paige Bueckers self, right? She was scoring points. She was passing that ball really well, though not as good as she was as a freshman, because like they didn't have as many pieces because health-wise was terrible for UConn last year. But Paige was doing her thing. 21.9 points a game, 3.8 assists per game, 5.2 rebounds a game. She was kind of all over the place. We saw a point forward version of Paige Bueckers where she had to play basically like a post player for a good amount of the year. And she did that. And she did a good job at it. And then we come into this year where Paige is the point guard, but also plays a lot of off ball as well. And while she still is a really good passer, while she still can play some defense, it's the big shot moments. It's the end of the game, girl, the ball is in your hand, make something happen moments, and she's a little bit too passive. So yes, is that a knock on Paige Bueckers? Absolutely. But do I think that another player on the 2025 draft list is better than Paige? No, I don't. And because of that, that is why I still believe that Paige Bueckers is going to be the number one pick, because she just is the better player. She just is. Who truly, guys, if you really don't believe Paige Bueckers is not the number one pick, who would you put over her? Truly, who? Olivia Miles? She's not a big shot maker either. Yes, she can hit clutch shots, but at the end of the game, you know, it's not all on her, right? She got Hannah, right? She got Sonia Citron, right? She has other assets, right? When it comes to Kiki Iriafen, games on the line and whatnot, Kiki's not getting the ball. It's Juju. So like, you know, like Tahina Pow, games on the line. Well, it's maybe going to Joyce Edwards because that's the best player on South Carolina, right? So like, my point is, sure, yes, Paige Bueckers has regressed in some ways, in my opinion, but still the best player. And I still think she will be drafted by the Dallas Wings. I know there's been a lot of talk about she's going to force her way out of Dallas and head on over to LA or whatever. LA doesn't have the number 2 pick anymore. They traded it to Seattle. So, yeah, Paige is going to Dallas. I think Paige is going to Dallas. But we'll ultimately see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. We'll see. What do y'all think in the comments below? Let me know. Did y'all watch the game yesterday? What did y'all think about it? And I will see y'all in the next one. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.